it's and welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be sharing with you guys my journey to creating my small business. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that I have been working for a while on creating my own small business. I do a lot of bullet journaling on this account, and I've been wanting for a super long time to make it a part-time job. For now it's more like a hobby, but I recently had to stop going to school. I was in high school, and due to my disability I wasn't able to go anymore, so I thought it was the perfect time to start because I had all the time I needed to. So I'm just gonna take you through the timeline and the whole process behind actually creating my brand, which is OS Planner Shop, and this is the logo that I made. So I hope you enjoy. And if you want more content just like this one, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my other socials. They will be down in the description box down below. And my next video will be the launch day vlog, so don't forget to check out that one. So the whole process really started in January when I put as one of my goals to start my small business. And after that, it kind of was in the back of my mind, and I had some issues with insurance and them not wanting to cover my medical expenses, and my parents just had to do their best to assure that responsibility, and I just couldn't watch them just have all of that burden. So I decided to take my part in that responsibility and create that business earlier than what I thought I would. I was planning on doing it for December or November, and I decided to do it early in hopes that I would be able to help my parents. And really, after that, it was about March, and that's when I really started doing research. That was the first thing I did. I live in Switzerland for reference, so I did the research on all the laws. So like how it will work, the legal procedures, and everything that had to do with that, which took me forever. It took me, I think, a month, because all the websites that I kept finding had contradicting informations, so it was like a hassle to like try to find what was actually true and all the definitions behind like the juridic terms and stuff like that. So it was not a fun time. It took me forever, but it's a really important step not to skip. And then the second thing I did was to research platforms. So if you know anything about businesses, you know that there's a lot of platforms that you can create your small business on. There's Etsy, Shopify, and there's like a million others that are a little bit smaller, which is a lot. And the issue that I had with it is the commissions that are taken. So Etsy and Shopify were my two first thing, and by doing more research on having my own website, I came across Squarespace. So those three are the ones that I did the most research on, and the main thing I saw is that Etsy is not really recommended because of the fees. So it was mainly between Shopify and Squarespace. I'm not sponsored by anything, but I chose Squarespace because it was the one that was the cheapest without commissions, and that was the most practical option for me, and it would allow me to have my own website, which was a plus. After that, I ended up doing 3 weeks in the hospital, which slowed down my process a lot. So between April and May, I was in a rehabilitation center where I did a lot of work, don't get me wrong. I mostly worked on my small business bullet journal, which I have a full video on. I will have it in the description box down below. But basically, I created an entire new bullet journal with all the steps I needed, a lot of lists, and just compiling everything at the same place. Things like budget and steps, actions, research to do, everything like that. I watched a bajillion YouTube tutorials on social media marketing, like how to grow an Instagram, and just all of this, which is kind of boring in a way, but so helpful to understand what I was doing and what I was getting myself into. And I started also while I was away to make my spreads. I decided to go with doing physical spreads first, and then after having them physically, doing them digitally. Also, I don't think I ever mentioned this, but I am doing digital bullet journal spreads or planners to sell, and they are PDF files that you can print at home or use directly on an iPad or any device that you have at home. So I basically did most of my spreads while I was gone because I didn't have a lot of my material and just didn't have a lot of energy or creativity, since I was there to get rid of my paralysis, which my hand works because I am now connected to cables, which is half good, but it made my job a lot easier once I got back home. So once I was back home, I really gave myself a deadline to be sure that I would actually get the work done, and I chose my launch day as the 26th of June, which left me a little bit over a month and 10 days to be precise. And I basically recorded all of my videos for all the spreads. I did it till September, so I would be way ahead of schedule finding my themes and all of that, which took most of my time, and I had 3 weeks left to create the rest of the business once my spreads were done. And basically I moved on and started doing daily vlogs on TikTok, so if you want to go follow me there, I post a lot of fun content. But I did daily vlogs to push me to actually make it happen because I was way too late on schedule. The big things that I had to do was to find my business name, make a logo, find my brand color palette, which are the next step that I followed, create my accounts on social medias, which I already had my TikTok account and I decided to keep it, which was my bullet journal account, create my Instagram, social media, and just like all of that, which is tedious but are steps that are needed to be taken. And then I finally got to the creative part, which is to actually make the spreads. But by then I had less than 2 weeks left because I procrastinated it to the last second and I had to get familiar with the equipment and all of that, which was not really smart. I have to say that 2 weeks to do all of that was not enough, but I did it nevertheless. I did all of my spreads and it took me forever and I love the results. I'm so proud of myself that I stuck to it and actually did it. but I was running out of time and I had to come to the conclusion that I needed more time, and I had to push my deadline to the 26th to the 28th of June. And basically I had to print all of my spreads and take product picture. That was my next step, and I kept having problems with my printer because the color that I did on my iPad was not the same one that was coming out in print, and that was a hassle because I had to redo all of my spreads like right after I started printing them, and then I had to do all the product pictures, so I had to figure out how to do that. Spoiler alert, it is not fun, it is not easy, and the pictures are not even on my website because I'm not satisfied with them. But maybe they will, maybe they don't. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with those pictures, but that's not the main point. So by then, it was Sunday that I was taking all of the product pictures, which means that I had 2 days to make my website, because that was my last step, which was to make my website. So I chose Squarespace, which is a platform where you have templates of website depending on what you want to do, and you can have a website that is pre-done for you and just customize it to what you need, or your personal likes, or your brand colors, or all of that process. It took me a little while to figure out how it worked, and once I was really in the flow of things, it was actually quite easy. I found it really easy to actually make. It took me a really long time. I did the entire Monday doing that, and then Tuesday the 28th was my launch day, and unfortunately my computer crashed, so I had to move launch day to the 29th, and my website was done. I did the product pictures and I launched. So that's basically everything that happened. If you want to see my launch day, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss that video, because it was pure chaos, but it was so satisfying in the end, and I am so happy that I have this platform and that I have the chance to have the time to make all of this. And thank you to all of you guys to make this possible, because YouTube was the first platform that I was on and sharing my bullet journal, and I got such an amazing response. Obviously the website will be in the description box down below, and if you want to support my channel, support me, then I would greatly appreciate if you wanted to check it out. Obviously you are not in any way obligated to buy anything from me. I would appreciate it obviously, but if you don't have the you can afford it, basically, just liking this video, share it with someone that you think might like it, follow me on all of my social medias. It just helps me so much more than a sale. And if you want to continue on with this journey, I would appreciate so much. I'm just happy, and yeah, that's just the beginning of a new journey which you will be able to see on this channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!